Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have G.I. Joe Classified Series Sergeant Slaughter. And as you can see, it comes in that eco-friendly style packaging with a bunch of different images of the Sarge right on the front. On the left side, we got a picture of the Sarge wearing his aviators, and you can see a couple Sky Strikers flying through them, which is pretty awesome. And then on the right side, you got his file card showing off what he's good at, so go ahead and look that up. And then we also have the back of the package showing the figure, also the file card as well. And let's go ahead and get Sarge out of the package. Straight out of the box, Sarge has a pair of fist hands equipped. We also get a pair of grippy trigger finger hands. We also get a pair of pointing finger hands. The final pair of hands that we get are a pair of wrestling grippy type of clawy hands, and it works really well with holding up the mini Sarge. Diving into accessories, Sergeant Slaughter comes with his campaign hat. We also get a whistle with Sergeant Slaughter, and this is sculpted pretty nicely. It could have been probably just like a plastic, whistle, and then they added a string or something, because this whole sculpted string is hard. So if you bend it the wrong way, this thing's going to snap. Sarge also comes with his iconic aviator type of sunglasses, looking pretty good. Again, made out of that harder plastic, so it is a little bit more brittle. We also get this nice paste stick or swagger stick, however you want to classify it as. Nice gold tip at the top, sculpted wrap, and then even at the bottom, it's got the little flowing cloth or ribbon or whatever you want to call it, but very cool, very neat little accessory. Now, Sarge comes with a gimmicky type of accessory, and I'm okay with it because it definitely pays homage to some of the old minifigures we used to get with the 3 3/4 Joes, and also it's just something you can use with your 1/12 scale figures, figure photography, all that good stuff. But we get a mini Sarge with the nice card back, looking really, really clean and nice. You flip it over to the back, we got the little star, and the little flaps you can move out of the way. Actually, you wouldn't have to. You can just slide that piece straight down to get the mini Sarge out. The only firearm that the Sarge comes with is this AK that we've gotten with the Cobra Officer. This thing came in 3 parts. We got the magazine that is removable, and then we got this laser or flashlight, and this thing came separate, just like the Cobra Officer. You just pop it all in, and some people were griping that he came with the AK versus a different type of firearm, but you collect enough figures anyway, especially if you're collecting the Joe line. Mix and match your figures. If you got Action Force or the Mark II Toys weapons, swap them out. Have fun. Just because he came with this gun doesn't make it a horrible gun or a horrible figure. Here we have an up-close look at Sarge, and the head sculpt looks like Sarge. He looks very stern, like he's ready to break somebody, but the hair is just wild. It's super slicked. It's parted, as you can see there. And then they just did like this crazy comb over. It's going to be covered up with a hat anyway, but it looks a little wild. But there is some sculpt in there. Then his body and everything is basically that artillery roadblock body. Looks good. I just don't like the fact they casted this whole shirt, upper torso area in black plastic, and then they did the painting of the flesh, which on camera you can't really, well, you can sort of see the two-tone. It's darker because it's the black plastic peeking through, which is a bummer. So I wish they would have figured a way to fix that or do 2 pieces of plastic, but you can really see it right there, the two-tone. And then we do got that iconic white belt with the gold buckle. Paint's not the greatest on mine. Texture throughout, the camo, the pants look pretty good. Knee pads. Then we got those boots, painted very nicely. Could have used a little bit more paint, to be honest. Now, diving into articulation, Sarge has the same articulation as artillery roadblock, but I'll go over it really quick for you guys. The head cannot look down. It can look up quite a bit, but it will not look down. You gotta try to use that neck part, but that's sort of it for his head. Full 360, not much neck movement, to be honest, and very minimal attitude. Arms can go up all the way, full T pose. We get bicep swivels that don't really go forward that much. They go back, but we don't get that forward. We get the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, still pins in these things. I don't know why they did pin for him. Wrist rotation and wrist bend going on there. So ab crunch, can crunch down, can crunch back. It's got the hula hoop waist, drop down hips, can do the full Van Damme. Thigh cuts is up there as well, right here. Double jointed knee, which these are pinless. Boot swivel, ankle bend, pivot. Here we have Sarge all geared up with his glasses, the hat, the whistle, all of that equipped, and it looks awesome. It actually looks like the Sarge is just a really hulking, heroic build Sarge like we've seen in the comics and the cartoon, and it looks great. He's just pointing that finger, calling people a puke, you know. But one issue I do have is this. It's the whistle. I mean, it's definitely the whistle. It's not really sculpted to lay onto his chest. And let me move his arm out of the way so you can really see it. See how it sort of sticks out? They could have done like a little like rope or something that made the whistle slightly bigger. I don't know. I don't know what they could have done, but it just doesn't sit properly. A lot of their other accessories like Major Blood's dog tags and things like that, they sit a lot better than this, but you could really see how it sticks out when it should be definitely drooping down. I might have to heat it up, but even along the back of the neck, how it rises up. And I flipped it both ways, and it definitely isn't better the other way. Don't forget to bust out those muzzle effect pieces so you can have Sarge shooting off some rounds from his AK. Now, if you've been collecting G.I. Joe figures, I know you've been picking up some Action Force figures, and that's okay because they work really well with the G.I. Joe Classified line. And you can mix and match some of the weapons. If you haven't picked up the figures, I'm sure you picked up some of the weapon packs that they have going on. You know, so you can have them equipped up with different types of guns, looking super badass. Now, maybe you don't want your Sarge to be equipped with any assault rifle, but you want him with some heavier artillery. We got the grenade launcher from Action Force that looks great in the hands. You get him to hunch over a little bit like he's using the optics, and this just looks beautiful. I really love those like gripping wrestling hands because you can set them up in different scenes and setups for your displays or figure photography. Like I just have the twins there that look like they're about to capture the Sarge, but the Sarge is just like, I don't care if you have guns and weapons, bring it on. Now it's time for some comparison. We got Spirit Iron Knife next to Sarge, and we got the Retro Carded Gung Ho. And as you can see, the Retro Carded Gung Ho actually has some height on this Sergeant Slaughter, which is surprising. It's very surprising, but still cool that you can see that Gung Ho is hulking still over Sergeant Slaughter. But take his comrades away. Let's go ahead and do a little size comparison to, we got a Crimson Guard right here. Let's go ahead and bust out, man, I'm going to say Tomax or Zammot. They're both the same buck, but you can see he's still a little bit bulking than these guys, which is pretty cool. And then to top that all off, we got some more. So let's go ahead and do like got a Night Op Steel Brigade from Action Force. Then we got ourselves the Scarab, who his foot's all janked up right now. Come on, stand. There we go. So you can really see the height difference and size difference between those two and how well they actually work together. Now, don't worry, I saved the best comparison for last. We got ourselves the Action Force Sergeant Slaughter next to Hasbro Sergeant Slaughter. And I'm going to say this right now, I enjoy both these figures. You know, everybody is trying to choose a side. You don't have to choose a damn side. You know, you got your Hasbro one, which is a heroic build. It's based off of a comic cartoon. And then we got a little bit more grounded Sergeant Slaughter with the Action Force. He tries to keep his stuff a little bit more realistic. But again, it's all preference of which one you like. I like them both. You know, their head sculpts and designs. I like them both. Now, glasses-wise, I do like Hasbro's. They're harder and they're going to be brittle, so very risky of breaking. But the Action Force ones are a little gummy and they can be a challenge to keep on. But both of them look awesome. I mean, you got yourself the whistle and a baton. You know, this guy came with a bunch of hands. He's got some side holster for his magnum, a harness. He has a lot more going to him. Even got some sculpted lines in the tank top versus like a texture. So again, it's preference. But I do like them both. And you could tell that fans of the character made these figures, you know? It's just awesome. The Hasbro one is a lot bulkier and a little bit taller, but you can see, you know, you got some pins there, pinless there. They're both good. They are both good, and they both have a stylized Sergeant Slaughter style head. So if you take the glasses and hat off of both of these, you know, we got the bald one. We would say more so maybe like an older version. And then you got the weird comb-over version. Here's a closer look at those head sculpts, and you can really see that they are stylized in their own way. You know, it's a little bit more of a slender, sleeker head, rounded head, you know, a little bit more of a chin, but they both got that chin. You know, I almost like the bald look better because that comb-over is definitely weird. But again, it's going to be covered by a hat. When it comes to Hasbro's Sergeant Slaughter, this figure is awesome. Came with a bunch of cool accessories. I know people have been griping about it. You know what? You can gripe about any figure, to be honest. You can nitpick everything. That's not the purpose of collecting. Collect what you love, collect what you enjoy, and collect what makes you happy. That's how I view it. Who cares what other people think about figures? You know, if you like one over the other, you like them both. That's okay. It's your collection. You're collecting for yourself. You're not collecting for others. But this figure is awesome. I like it. And that sums up my unboxing and review of G.I. Joe Classified Series Sergeant Slaughter. If you guys are enjoying my content, hit that like button for me. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button as it helps the channel evolve and grow. If you want to know when I post up a new video or go live for my State of the Art, hit that silver bell notification. And make sure you guys go show some love at Toyco Toys and Collectibles. Website's down below. The pre-order group on Facebook for Toyco is down below, because if you're looking for imports like your Mafex, your Storm Collectibles, SH Figuarts, definitely check out that pre-order group, because that's where I get a lot of my imports, especially my Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles. So definitely go check that out. And most importantly, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.